What's up, YouTube? It's Brent here, and my friend Jeanette, who's gonna.
Hello.
She's known me since pre-transition, so I kind of been meaning to for a while interview some of my friends and get this out there for you guys, but I haven't gotten a chance to until now. So we're gonna do it up. So here we go. So you've known me like what, 5 years?
5 years now.
Yeah, I guess so. Damn.
No, wait. It was 2008.
08,
4
right?
years.
Yeah.
4 years actually.
Outside of G-Bar.
Of G-Bar, yeah.
But we didn't really meet then. Like we met, but then we went to see Batman. And
oh yeah, with Jenny.
Yeah, with Jenny. And I'm like, oh, I know you.
Yeah.
That was actually pretty funny.
Yeah.
But so what did you think when I said that like I was transitioning?
I thought it was if that's what you wanted and that's what would make you happy, for sure.
Like
I'm for it.
Did it surprise you? Did like
I mean, of course, at first, I guess it's just like anything, it's new. You have to like realize what the source is, what it's coming from, why, and once you figure out all those things, and you go, okay, it should be easy to accept. I'm not very narrow-minded. I've always been real open-minded to anything. So that's what's going to bring you happiness, and that's what's going to make you find you as a person and make you grow as a person and still be a good person. Then absolutely.
How would you have described me pre-transition? Like 5 words.
5 words. 5 words.
Yeah, I mean, as many as you'd like.
To describe how you transition?
No. How was I pre-transition, personality-wise?
Oh, personality-wise?
If somebody were like, well, who was you pre-transition?
When I first met you, I mean, either way, when I met you, I knew you were a good person. So it was, getting to know you that confirmed that. But right off the bat, right when I met you, I knew you were a good person. Like,
yeah,
that's the vibe I got. So overall, were you
like happy?
Different?
Like how?
I don't know if you were that happy because I didn't get to know you yet. Like, I didn't know your life. I didn't know, you know what I mean?
Right.
Initially.
Well, I mean, we hung out a good amount of time.
No, I know. We went out. We did things. We went to something, water activity. But I don't know what it was. But it was probably the beach, yeah.
Yeah.
We always go to the beach.
Yeah.
I
mean, I know we went to the clubs and stuff because I knew you. Because I was already chilling. I remember being at the house.
You transitioned fairly soon after I met you.
Yeah, it wasn't that soon. I transitioned about 3 years ago.
Well, no, that you declared it, I should say. Let me correct that.
Yeah.
Remember you declared it, and then it was like the whole...
And then it took a while to get on T and all that stuff.
Right, exactly. And then you started doing the videos, and so it was a process, but it was a good process. It was very slow, very easy to accept. I will admit, though, that one of the hardest things, I think, for a lot of us, was the pronoun usage. Because initially, it was like, well, you already know, it was she. So it was like she,
it's an
she.
adjustment,
And so
for sure.
every time we had a sentence, it wasn't that, it's really weird how the brain operates that way.
Yeah.
That sometimes, even
the name
it's
a habit.
Yeah, even like Obama last night, he said some guy's name and he thought it was Kerry, and the guy's name was Kerri or Kerry, and it was Kerry, and it was a guy that stood up. He was saying Kerry as if it was, where is she?
Right.
Where's the question? And so he assumed. And so a lot of people, I think, in society tend to assume based on names. Yeah. But nowadays, so many different names out there, you can't just immediately assume whether it's a he or she. But once you meet the person, I mean, identity is one of those things. Facial hair.
What meets the eye.
What meets the eye tends to match whether or not.
Yeah.
And if somebody's very androgynous, you get the look like I get. Honestly, because I've had how many drive-through people tell me he, just from maybe my voice, or they still confirm it even when I drive up to the window.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you would know I don't have facial hair. I'm not a he, but it's just one of those things. People, I never let it bother me, and it was just one of those things that I didn't think would affect anyone that was going through transition. But it was also a very sensitive thing at the time because you needed that adaptation.
Right.
You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
absolutely. It's
So,
frustrating.
yeah.
It was frustrating for me. Not with you guys. Like I was understanding. I think a lot of people get frustrated with it. For me, as long as you're making the effort. There were times when I had to correct people over and over and over again,
when
and
they were
not making the effort. Exactly.
Right,
and
right.
that's what I had a problem
agree.
with. And those people, I put my foot down. I'm like, look,
Right.
you need to respect me, or not. But
Right.
I definitely think it's definitely an adjustment. It's definitely going to take time. You're used to, talking to someone in a specific way and using specific pronouns, and then
Right.
when you're not, like you said, when you're not seeing that, it's harder.
Yeah, it just serves for more confirmation for people, but sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah. I mean, do you think I'm a different person now than I was pre-transition? Maybe like personality-wise.
Yes, of course you are. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you went through a couple waves, because of the change. I'm sure hormonally, but other than that, like I felt like you were just coming out of your shell, like you were becoming a much stronger, more confident person. I mean, really, I think a much happier person overall.
Yeah.
And don't you feel that way?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
definitely,
I feel like
definitely.
you really just found yourself finally.
Yes.
And that's what it takes sometimes. When we're growing. I mean, I didn't come out of my shell till I was 26, so it's like it's different for everyone, and it happens at different times in their life, and they just continue on the journey, and basically, as long as you're happy on that journey, that's all that matters. But
well, thank you. I appreciate
yeah,
that.
that's it.
I don't really know if I have any other questions offhand. Is there anything you would like to add that might be helpful to people going through transition, or people in someone's life who's going through transition? Like anything you can say from an outside source?
I have to admit, overall, that more and more people are starting to become so accepting of it that and same with the GLBT, like everyone's across the board in society now is really open to it.
Yeah.
I noticed, like, if you're in your 20s or below, it seems like, oh, it's cool. They've seen it. They've heard it. And again, it's about knowing. Sometimes people are in fear of what they don't know.
I agree, absolutely.
And it's like, don't be fearful of it.
Which is why education is
Learn
also
about
really
it.
important.
Learn about it. Exactly.
Right. But it's important for people. The reality is people aren't going to go and they're not going to research stuff, especially if it doesn't really interest them too much.
Exactly.
So if you want someone to know something, you got to go out there and educate them.
Right. And that's
people are going to listen or they're not going to listen, but I do. I'm with you on that.
But
I think
the more they hear it, the more
Exactly.
they see it, and the more it's around them, they go, wait a second. There's obviously people that are growing and they're coming out of their shells, and maybe they were, trapped for years and years and years in the wrong identity. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
and so
exactly.
I think it's something that it's really important that people express themselves to the fullest, no matter what.
Yeah.
No matter what, whether it's in, whether it's sexual, whether it's in art and entertainment, whether it's personally, whether it's socially, whatever. I think people need to do that. And find themselves and really become who they are, because otherwise they act like they're somebody else all the time, and it's like you don't have to be pretentious or oh, if I don't act this way then they may not accept me. Just be who you are.
No,
That's
absolutely.
it.
I agree.
And if no one's around or if there's someone negating to accept you for who you are, just keep on walking. It's not worth your time,
Exactly. Because the people who matter, they are going to accept you for you.
Right.
And you're always going to have haters. You're always going to have people.
That's it, haters.
Yeah.
Because it's all about love. If you love, the earth that we're on, if you love the trees outside, if you love yourself, okay, and love the others around you equally, guess what? You actually find that peace and love and that harmony inside of you. Yeah. And that calm comes, so.
I agree.
Yeah. But it's very empowering.
It is. So I guess we'll end it on that note.
I guess so.
All right. So hopefully I'll have some more videos for you guys. Try to interview. I have a couple other people who said they'd be down. So as soon as I can get that together, I'll make a compilation or whatnot for you. And I'll see you when I see you. Bye.